When the French invaded and took over Vietnam, they changed many parts of typical Vietnamese lifestyle. They changed much of their cultures and took over most of their land, leaving them as peasants in their own country.
Our thesis is the influence that the French made on Vietnam was that they made the Vietnamese very poor by exploiting their land and resources.
The first part of our thesis is the French changed the national language and writing style from Chinese to a system of writing based on the Latin alphabet. The second of our thesis is the French tore down many historical buildings and rebuilt buildings that were modeled after French architecture.
The third support of our thesis is the French completely took over mostly all of the farming land and benefited from any of the economic progress that was made in Vietnam.
Our warrant is that by taking over the land that was owned by the Vietnamese, the French and few wealthy Vietnamese were able to benefit from the economic progress that was made. This resulted in most of the Vietnamese people being peasants. They also drastically changed the Vietnamese culture by changing their language and tearing down historical buildings.
The effect of the topic for our thesis is, in 1939, no more than 15% of all school-aged children received any kind of schooling, and about 80% of the population was illiterate. Whatever economic progress that Vietnam made under French rule only benefited the French. The French took over most of the land owned by the Vietnamese and left them as peasants.